Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. So today I'm going to talk about how to gamify your dashboards. And before I get into the details, I kind of want to talk about how and where you can use this. So I know all of us as data scientists, as visualization experts, we have our own process where we pick out the questions that our users want answers for. And then we create a flow, we create a bunch of visuals. But most of the times, our clients don't really understand where to go for answers in the entire dashboard.
I think the natural answer to that would be to conduct workshops and make sure that all of our users know what are the different views which are there, and to take them through each one of it, show them how to navigate through the entire dashboard. But here's how you can make it really fun. You can give them questions. You can make it like a complete contest and gamify the entire process to make sure that people know what are the different questions which can be answered. And at the same time, they're going to do it on the spot, which means they're going to remember it more. So that is my favorite application of this. And something that I've personally used this escape room for is to upskill my entire organization on Power BI. They weren't really big fans of Power BI, more of Tableau fans. And once they saw the dashboard, they kind of really loved what Power BI had to offer. And the good thing about this is they will experience the dashboards they're going to build first, which will help them understand what's more important. So things like, titles that we kind of miss out, right? When we're creating, they will understand that it's more important as a user to make sure that all of those are right before you get into the other aspects of it. So without any further ado, let me just jump right in. So we're going to play like one question. So I'm going to take help from the audience and the panelist here to answer just one question, and we can experience it together. All right. So this escape room is themed around Harry Potter. Just because the person I created with was a huge, huge Potterhead. So you can theme all of your, escape rooms around one topic because it's a lot easier to create your different rooms and to make sure that, it follows. So over here, it's a Harry Potter one. So I have, kind of kept random scrolls in different part of the rooms, which will help the people navigate through it. So things like these can be added if you have a specific theme to your escape room. So let's jump right in. So yeah, I told you guys about the random scroll, right? Can you guys see the random scroll somewhere? No? Anyone?
Oh yeah, bottom left.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. So another thing that you'll have to do by creating this escape room is find really good wallpapers where you have a lot of objects where you can hide different things from. So this is a wallpaper where I've hidden the scroll there. And then I found another picture which, kind of has a scroll opened up so that you can, put your next clue there. So this is what it is. And then the clue here is you probably want to go shopping. So let's get into the next room. So I wanted to create like a hallway, to kind of give the actual escape room experience. So anyone wants to take a guess on which room is supposed to go to?
Must be the shop.
The shop? But you want to see what happens if you go to the classroom. Snape is going to tell you to get out. So let's get into the shop. You were right. Let's go to the shop. Cool. So reiterating that you need to find really good wallpapers. So this was a brilliant wallpaper to hide a lot of things in. So here are the questions, here are the hints. And another thing that you'll have to note is you need to make sure that your questions are not taking up a lot of space in the entire dashboard. I kind of wanted to keep the answers here because I want to show a key coming up if they enter the right answer, which is why I've kept the answers like this, but all of the questions are going to be hidden. So only when you hover over it, you're going to see it. And all of us know if there's a chart, you hover over it, it's a tooltip, right? So that's how I've created this. Now let's try and answer this question. So this one's, how many students does the house with the second highest number of male students, which is a job, have? So we'll have to find charts hidden in this room. Since we don't have a lot of time, I'm going to jump right in. So if you come here, you're going to get a tooltip which says you have one unread message. So when you open it, you see a chart and you choose, the student, which is a job, and then figure out the gender, apply all the slicers, and you're going to look at the answer over here. So the count is 28. If you apply the right filters, it's actually 12. So I have used a what if parameter over here, which helps me take numerical inputs. And I would suggest you guys use a numerical input and a slicer with different options, because I created a page with just a slicer and people were just trying out every single option. So make sure they don't do that. So have a numeric input and another one also. So I'm just going to give away the answer over here. So if you pick the right answers, you're going to get the key to get to the next room. So this is how I've created it. Let me just jump right into the Power BI so that I can talk through some of the aspects. So this is a normal tooltip. So what I've done is I've actually used a scatter plot. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this is a scatter plot and I've just not filled the point. So when you hover over it, you're going to see the tooltip. And the tooltip was a separate page, which you can see over here. And the next thing would be the answers, right? So the key magically appearing when someone enters the right answer. So this is actually a shape which is on top of the key object. So what I've done over here is I have colored the shape according to the answers that people give. So let me just pull up the measure. So this checks if the value is 12 and if the selected value is board, which is the correct answer for this. And if so, it colors the option, it colors the shape to be this. Now, all of us know hex codes have 6 digits, but if you include 2 more digits before that, it adjusts the transparency levels of it. So FF, what you're basically seeing is a transparent brown color, which is why if you enter the right answer, the object behind it is going to be visible, which is the key. And just to make sure that people can still click on it and go to the next page, right? So you're going to have to create another measure, which is going to control the navigation also. And you can use the options for background and apply the function here and the action and the function here. So this is what I've done to create it. And another way where you can use these puzzles and make this more interesting is the second room is actually a potions cabinet. So I kind of have a math puzzle over here, and when you give in the right answer and you click on it, this is going to open the cabinet of sorts and show you the different potions inside it. So yeah, these are different ways where you can create it, where you can hide all of your charts and make sure that people understand and solve through all of these rooms and get to the end. And you can even turn this into a contest by adding power apps to either ends of your escape room so that you can time when someone is getting in and when they're getting out. And you can launch this as a contest and give the winner, I don't know, cash prize or something. That's what we did in our org. So yeah, that's about it.
Amazing. Absolutely loved it. Everyone feel free to pop your questions in the chat now. But I'll kick off actually by just posting the link to the public Power BI version of the escape room, because we see a lot of creativity on these tiny Viz talks, but that's just one of my favorite things, to come up with an escape room and to articulate it and make it work so well. I think it's brilliant. One thing that you mentioned there is you said you had like a race between colleagues to who could finish it fast. So do you want to just briefly explain how you managed to set that up?
Yeah, so I've used Power Apps on either ends of the begin button, which it's going to register the ID that they're logging in on, and at the time that the timestamp basically. So this gets saved into an Excel. At the same time, when they finish the room, I've got the last room where they have to click on a button again and get to congratulations, you successfully got out of the escape room. So that button again saves the timestamp to the Excel, and I just do a simple subtract and find out the time. So yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so 2 buttons, sending timestamps to a spreadsheet, and then you say who's done it the quickest way. Very clever again. Awesome. I'll just say one more question, and then we'll wrap up for the day. So just how long did this take you to build?
So it took me about a week. So 2 of us worked on it. So it took us about a week to get into like the minute details. We actually added a bunch of, we did it for our org, right? So we kind of added our managers' faces and all that. We used the chiclet slicer to, have their faces out there. So you can even theme it around, what your organization is about. If you have like a anniversary coming up or something, then you can, have different rooms and talk about the journey that you've had as an org. So all of these are really good ideas that you can use. But yeah, it took us about a week, not longer than that.